Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Phi and this is Money Philosophy. I have over a decade of investing experience and I would love to share my experience with you. In 2020 alone, I had over 100% returns across all of my accounts and I plan to share my successful roadmap with you. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you will be notified when I share my stock analyses and my plan for purchasing stock every week and every month. 2020 was definitely unprecedented. However, 1 year of return is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Investing is a long-term venture, and 1 year's rate of return does not dictate your long-term gains. So if you missed out in 2020, there's nothing to be concerned about. This year, 2021, presents a fresh opportunity for all of us to amass fortune together. In this video, I will share with you tips on how to start your investing journey if you have not started. And in the subsequent videos, I will share with you the stocks that I will be purchasing in the month of January 2021. So let's get right into it. The first step is to open a brokerage account. If you have been thinking, contemplating, debating about investing, wondering what it's like to be investing, you need to take action. There's no time for thinking. Thinking alone won't get you anywhere. Opening a brokerage account is the first step to get you closer to placing a trade, to get you closer to researching and begin your investing journey. So you have to start at some point. Go ahead and open a brokerage account as soon as you can. There are many different brokerage services out there with zero commission for buying and selling stocks. My top 3 favorites are Charles Schwab, Webull, and TD Ameritrade. They have wonderful apps, very easy to use. They have great customer service and very convenient for me to monitor my stocks on my phone and or place a trade on my phone. The second step is to sign up for new services. During your investing journey, you want to be extremely well informed of what's going on in the news, whether US or international news. The free news services that I use are Yahoo Finance, CNBC, and CNN. I install their apps on my phone, and when there's any breaking news, the app will automatically have notification for me. And that really helped me keep myself in the loop. You can also sign up for other subscription-based news services or magazines or newspapers such as the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Bloomberg, or Barron's. Those are really good magazines and newspapers as well. However, I would start with the free services first and see how much information you can process, how much time you have for reading the news every day before you sign up for a free subscription. The third way to get news is also to sign up for YouTube channels that have a wealth of information, that has great content. My favorite channels are Financial Education 1, Financial Education 2, Meet Kevin, Tom Nash, Solving the Money Problem, Tesla Daily Podcast. Those are really good channels that have a lot of information. These individuals would analyze the information that you receive during the day and or provide you with new information. And I think that's very insightful to get perspective from different people, from people who have more insight, more experience in the industry, and quite frankly might have more time than you to research during the day. So definitely keep an eye out for all the news out there in your investing journey. The third step is to start researching, and you need to do a lot of research. The first thing I do is to use the brokerage research platform that is available to you upon signing up for the brokerage service. In this demonstration, I'm showing you what I'm doing with the Schwab Research Service. You can go to this research tab, hit overview. You'll get to a page where you can start seeing an overview of any company that you want to look at. So for example, you want to look into Apple. If you are familiar with the iPhone, the iPad, the MacBook, you're probably familiar with Apple. So ticker symbol AAPL, I would type it in here and hit research or search. What you'll find is that you'll have an overview page of everything you want to know about Apple. So I would explore the chart first, looking at 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and see how advanced they have been, how progressive the company has been in the last 5 years, just to kind of give you an idea, right? Assuming you don't know anything about Apple. Then you would go into reports. Here you will see a lot of different reports from various reputable services and analysts. I would pick, let's just say, Morningstar to start with. It will pull up a report for Apple. This particular report contains general information about Apple, contains understanding and analysis of this particular analyst or news services pertaining to Apple. You will see that they would list out business strategy, long-term, short-term, various valuation, various financial numbers, what is the bull thesis, what's the bear thesis, how are we going to make the most of the information is up to you, right? But you have all the information available to you. You have the analyst perspective in order to understand better about the company. The second way that I would do research is to go directly to the company's investor relations website. Here I'm pulling up Tesla investor relations. Tesla is one of my biggest investments. And here you can see a lot of information relating to the last quarter earnings. So you could look at the investor presentation. You can listen to the webcast, Q&A. You can go to the press release. Press release will probably give you general information, but not deep dive. So let's go into the investor presentation. Again, this deck would contain a lot of comprehensive information that is adequate for your general overview of the company, have a lot of good overview information such as cash, profitability, operation. This financial summary page is everything for that particular quarter. I'm a number person. I like to analyze, so this is definitely important in my research. You can look at this, you can download a copy or recreate the financial and start modeling of your own. We can talk about modeling or exactly what to look for later, but for now, the investor presentation or this particular deck for Q3 as my illustration here will show you a lot about the company for that quarter. So definitely explore all of these research options. There are a lot more out there. We're just barely scratching the surface, but I definitely encourage you to read, learn about the company, jot down all of your questions about the company. If you're not familiar with terminologies, jot them down. Volume, cash flow, profit, product, before you start investing in the company. So far, we have not invested in any company yet. That is the last step. Actually, it's the topic of another video that I will be making for you guys, but that is it for the research portion. The fourth step, and probably a very important step, which not a lot of you will like, is to gain an understanding of tax laws. Now, I'm not talking about buying a book and read from cover to cover. I'm talking about some basic concept that you need to understand. So I would definitely go to some of the credible websites, start searching, start reading these articles, understand the difference between capital gain and ordinary income, long-term capital gain versus short-term capital gain, long-term capital loss versus short-term capital loss. What is portfolio income? How does that play in with everything? How does that play in with your overall financial picture, your income, your wealth? Because what's most important is how much do you keep at the end of the day after you've made the gain. You could be a stellar investor, but if you don't know how to optimize your tax planning, you might not be able to keep much of it. Now, we definitely have to pay our fair share of tax, But if we plan it correctly, we can optimize the point where we pay adequate amount of tax at the same time of retaining a chunk of our return for our future. The fifth and the final step is to continue saving for investing, setting aside money every month, every week, every paycheck, every quarter, whichever work for you, in order to put into your brokerage account and into investing. Compound interest is a powerful thing, but regular and continuous saving is another powerful tool that will increase your account over time. $100 every month might not seem big in that month, but if you continue to do that, if you continue to set aside and invest, you will see a big difference at the end of the year, at the end of 5 years, at the end of 12 years. The stock market goes in correction mode once in a while. Stock markets will have red days and green day. We have to have funds available and readily available to apply into the stock market whenever we have an opportunity. I will have another video to talk about when exactly to buy a company that you like, and after thorough research you decide to invest in this company. There's an optimal point to do that, and I will look forward to sharing that experience with you. That is it for today's video. I hope you find all my tips are insightful and helpful to you. Definitely start opening a brokerage account and subscribe to my channel. Come back, visit me, and I will share with you a lot of different tips and different companies that I would be investing in 2021. And let's get it together.